episode of Capital Combat. Name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're bringing you a preview of UFC 165, which features light heavyweight champ Jon Jones defending his title against Alexander Gustafsson. Let's take it away, Rob.
All right, so we know Jon Jones is the 205-pound champ in the UFC, as well as now the #1 pound-for-pound list in the UFC, and probably in mixed martial arts right now on everyone's list. I mean, this guy is constantly learning, an athletic anomaly because he is super athletic, quick, and he goes into every fight well prepared. So I expect him to do more of the same and to just completely dominate. He has, in most of his fights, had the reach advantage. He's about 6'4" with about an 84-inch reach. So he can create and maintain distance on just about anyone in that division. Now, this brings us to Alexander Gustafsson, who is actually an inch taller than Jon Jones, but he has about a 7-inch deficit in reach. So that is a clear-cut advantage, as well as the athleticism of Jon Jones that he has over Gustafsson.
Yeah, with that said, we're not seeing a very competitive fight here. In addition to the physical prowess of Jon Jones, he improves every fight. He adds a new wrinkle to his game that has thrown off his competitors every single time. Like, they always try to maybe look out for the elbows, and now he throws lead kicks to the thigh, just like Bruce Lee taught 40 years ago. He's now implementing that into his mixed martial arts game. His jab is very potent. His wrestling skills are top notch. And that, along with the fact that Gustafsson hasn't fought in almost a year. He was scheduled to fight in April of this year, but he suffered a cut during sparring, had to postpone that fight, and he ended up getting a title shot. We still haven't figured out how they really give out title shots in the UFC, so that's a video for another day. But he's got this shot because probably he's, physically the closest thing to a challenge that Jon Jones will have. But Jon Jones's physical ability, on top of his pedigree of competition, he's taken out 5 former UFC light heavyweight champions. 5 of them already. He's taken out everybody from the former generation and done so in impressive fashion, even some of the current generation like Rashad Evans. So, like we said, if he doesn't decision him to probably like a 5 rounds to 0, he may stop him in some sort of fashion, because one of the things I saw with Gustafsson is he keeps his chin really high. And when you're fighting, you want to keep your chin tucked and protected, because, as many people know, that's the sweet spot of being punched in the face. It's a very, very vulnerable spot, and the way he keeps that open is just target practice for Jones, and we really don't see this fight being too competitive, as I said earlier.
Now, Gustafsson, who's out of Sweden, he's known as the Mauler. Like I said, he is taller, but he doesn't have the longer arms. But he really does. He started training in boxing, so he does have very decent stand-up. It's not something that he greatly excels at, but from his size, he can establish range. He did so on Hua, Silva, and we'll see if Jon Jones can get inside of that. We don't think it's going to be very hard. He doesn't look particularly quick on his feet, and he just doesn't have that athleticism or, to me, the technical skill. He does have good takedown defense, and he has been known to actually show decent wrestling as far as takedowns. He's been able to grab the lead leg of his opponents and just drive him down to the ground. So we'll see if he can do that on John Jones, which is highly doubtful because I don't ever remember, and I don't think he has ever been taken down in the UFC.
I don't think so. I think his takedown offense is 100%.
And the best wrestlers that he has fought has been Chael Sonnen and Rashard Evans, and it was impossible for them to take him down. So I don't see him doing any differently. As well as Gustafsson's only loss was to Phil Davis, who actually is a great wrestler. So if Davis can stifle his takedown offense, then I don't see a problem of John Jones, stopping his takedowns as well.
Yeah. So with that being said, there's going to be two reasons that you want to watch this fight. Reason number one, you're watching a master at work. John Jones is right now the mixed martial arts equivalent of Floyd Mayweather. I mean, he's the best at his craft. He's always getting better. And you want to see how he does it. Does he get a decision, a dominating decision? Does he submit him? Does he knock him out? Does he, endure maybe Gustafsson lands a punch and hurts him? Does he survive that? Does Gustafsson get him in a submission? Does he survive it? So you want to see how it happens and how he matures as a fighter and a martial artist. And the second thing, it's a fight. And anything can happen when you hit somebody in the mouth. So with that being said, that's really the only chance we see that Gustafsson has to win, but it's worth watching to see if he can do it. So tune in, check it out, see how close our prediction was, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Capital of Combat. Make sure you like this video, subscribe on YouTube, and share it with your friends because we got a lot more content coming for you. Peace.
This is round one and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and gone. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane, I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.